We on Boss Talk 101. Yeah, we gon' talk, we gon' have fun. We be on fire, we be lit. It's a unique hustle.
Check it. This is Unique Hustle. It's your boy ECO, and I'm here with the lovely, amazing official Miss Jamaica. What's going on?
None in my there. Well, go on. I want y'all to stop what you're doing right now. Go like, subscribe, follow us from all social media platforms. When I mean all, I mean our Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat. You name it, we're on it. Just Google us, Boss Talk Podcast 101. We'll pop up first in line, I guarantee you. But y'all see us on the street and talk about, man, I love what y'all doing. Keep up the good work. How can we be a part of Boss Talk? This is how you can be a part of Boss Talk. Under each and every video, including this one right here in the description section below, there's a link that says join our membership. Click that link, follow all the instructions, and that's how you see all the exclusive content. Y'all been asking us, where's this interview? Where's that interview? That's where it is. You have to be a member to see it. Thank you in advance, and we love you.
Listen, man, words can't explain. You know, that's when a nigga come in different. Words can't explain how I feel today. My guy who don't need no introduction is in the building. Y'all already seen him on almost on TMZ. We don't know. My guy Goldmouf is in the building, man.
Man, what it do?
Man, it's good to see you, man. Like I said, it's just good to see you. I've been campaigning ever since you left. I done probably dropped a few clips 4 or 5 extra times till you get back. Yeah. Same thing with you. I hit you twice too. T-Rail is in the background. I guess he's sitting backstage this time. What's going on, man?
I'm lit. Gerald Levert right now.
So, man, like, what you been? Well, I ain't gonna even ask you what you been up to.
Yeah, I've been grinding, man.
Let's talk about the music then.
I've been messing with this music. You know what I'm saying? I dropped a couple singles. I dropped a Trap of the Year with my partner, my big player partner, Bigger Rankin. I dropped. I dropped a single with my dog, Bigger Rankin. You know what I'm saying? OG, triple OG, Bigger.
Yeah, shout out Bigger Rankin. He rock with Boss Talk. That's a good dude, man.
And we got also my dog Trey Lawson. He's a Grammy Award winner. You know what I'm saying? He on the track with us. So we dropped that. It's been doing crazy numbers. All the radio stations been picking it up. And then after that, you know what I'm saying, I dropped the second single with Ralo and Derez, Deshaun.
I was about to ask you about Ralo. Shout out to my boy Derez. That's my guy, you know. But sure. But Ralo, like when he came home, you and him clicked up, linked up. Well, y'all already cool or something? Because I was trying to figure that out, you know, because I had rocked with you. I'm like, how the hell these niggas, do they know each other?
Yeah, you know, Ralo, you know, while he was in the pen, I rocked with him for like 5 years, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
While he was in the penitentiary, I made sure he was good, you know, because I was fresh out of prison myself. So when I linked up with him, he was in prison. So we just connected through, you know, we Muslims. We got a real good bond with each other. We just, you know, kept it Islamic the whole while.
Wow, I thought that was live when I seen y'all link up, man, because one brother to another, like you did a lot of time, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you could speak his language because of what he was going through. Yeah. And that's why I believe, that's why this show be going like it do, because I rock with niggas that been through stuff, you know, because I've been through stuff. And I think that helps me to, you know that I'm on my mission, you know, doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So thank you for that. But so how, when he came home, what did you think about his music versus before he went, you know, because you had heard him when you were locked up, right?
Yeah. I think, you know, of course his voice got a little deeper because he got older. You know, he became wiser. So lyrically, you know, he improved. He improved in a lot of ways, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people may or may not with his music, but I think overall as an artist, you know, everybody gonna carve out their own fan base. You know what I'm saying? You gonna get the niggas that with you and the niggas that don't with you. And that's in anything. You know what I'm saying? No matter how good you is, no matter how great of an MC or lyricist you may be, you always gonna get some that say yay, some that say nay. So, you know, those that with him, they with him and they diehard fans. Yeah. And those that don't, they don't. You know what I'm saying? You know, he never proclaimed to be the greatest rapper or no shit like that. He was a hustler. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? Just by him making the transition from the streets to music, you know, you gotta respect that because a nigga could have died in the streets. You feel me?
Let me tell you something, man. Anytime a nigga got a voice that sound different than everybody else's, that's a tool that you could use. You know what I'm saying? So the sound, your tonality when you speak or when you rap, and he got a distinct sound. Ain't nobody really got it. If I really had a chance to talk to him, I could tell him that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because that's one of his. You know,
Boosie was like that too. At
Boosie
one point.
The same way.
I'm gonna keep it real. Like I could not listen to a Boosie record back then. You know what I'm saying?
I did because he with PMC. I had to.
Yeah, of course.
You know how I am. I don't play nothing. I ain't play. Man, you had this discussion.
Yeah, shout out to Trey. But when Boosie was young, I couldn't fuck with his music. Like I couldn't do it because it was irritating to me. You know what I'm saying? I felt like, why would I listen to a record, a voice that's kind of like eerie to me when I can listen to another song that ain't. You know what I'm saying? So I choose the shit that wasn't. But Boosie,
think about it. But he kept doing it. He kept doing it till your ass had to really,
but you know what?
really catch it. He changed it up a little bit too.
He went to prison too.
Yeah.
And when he got out of prison,
voice got deeper.
Yeah. Exactly. So when he got out of prison, I could with that new out of prison Boosie. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But the old shit I couldn't with. So now I can go back to it and be like, okay. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense now. So yeah.
You've been spending a lot of time in Atlanta. Originally, you wasn't from Atlanta, right?
No, I'm from Macon.
So like being in Atlanta, what's the difference, now that you move around there? Did you stay there before 17 years ago? You wasn't messing around in no Atlanta.
No, I used to go up there, holler at, I was in the streets, so I used to do the street shit, go up there and go back to the city, go back to Macon. Yeah. But nah, man, Macon is a different culture from Atlanta.
That's right.
Any nigga from the 4-7, anybody from Macon, they know we got more of a gangster culture.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's more about gangsterism, gang banging, gangster shit, riding, sliding, all that. Not to glorify it, but I'm just telling you, giving you an outline of the culture. Yeah. But Atlanta, they got the pimping, the player, the popping, that's the ATL. They got the sauce, the swag. Macon ain't on that shit. Niggas gonna have on Dickies and Chucks. You gonna think them niggas back in the NWA days.
That's right. That's right.
I like Atlanta, you come up there, you got the colors, you got the different kind of drill, all the different type of sauce. So it's a different culture, you know what I'm saying? And Macon niggas, they get money, but of course, niggas is about gang banging. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's all about repping your hood. And that's why that's the culture that I came from. So when I came to Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit was kind of watered down to me. You feel me? Because I was really living, not saying that niggas in Atlanta ain't on gangster shit. Because, you got idiots everywhere.
Of course.
But it was more so like making that's how I was bred, that's how I was raised, on the gangster shit for real in real life. Having that attitude, that mentality, not really giving a about, what you do and the consequences. Yeah. So that's how we raised and making, you know what I'm saying? Versus Atlanta, dudes up there trying to get money, they trying to elevate, they trying to be rappers and etc. You feel me? Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? Shout out to both of the cities.
I got my callers that called in, they said some things. One question that came in is you wrote more books when you were locked up than you have been since you've been home. When will we ever get another book from you? Ain't nobody really wrote this in, but I just wanted to ask and make it look like somebody.
I mean, truthfully, man,
because people want, you was writing books and you was doing your thing when you was locked up. Was that something you just did while you was locked up, or are you gonna give some people some more game while you out here in these streets?
Yeah, I think when I was locked up though, it was more of me trying to create a career for myself, because I had 35 years, so I didn't think I was gonna be getting out of prison. So as a bonus to that, I was trying to do something with myself and also get my story out there. Okay, you see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I wrote books because of course they generate a lot of money. That's right. So I sold I sold a lot of books while I was in prison. I made $1 million in prison on one of my books, which is called Life Before Rap. Correct. You know what I'm saying? I wrote another book called First Verse. So I made a 70 or 80 ball off that. And you know what I'm saying? My books are still up, so they still sell. But, that was my primary thing while I was in prison, because I couldn't touch a microphone. I couldn't, go speak to the youth. I couldn't do these things. So I was behind the cell. So I had to, make the best of my situation. Yeah. And writing books was a part of that. Yeah. However, to answer your question, I have been working on a couple of books lately, because I feel like, after being out of prison and accomplishing all of this shit out and accomplishing, these crazy experiences and just seeing the shit out and seeing, it's important for me to write this shit down, so if nothing else, I can motivate my niggas behind the walls. Yeah. Because a lot of niggas in prison, I'm like their inspiration. I'm their greatest inspiration. So they really look up to me and they want to see everything I'm doing, and anything that I'm doing, they want to be a part of it. You see what I'm saying? Because I left a lot of, people that I consider my brothers. Niggas that wouldn't go against the grain. Niggas that wouldn't get out here and flip the strip. You know what I'm saying? Like, I built some real deal relationships with people in prison, man, like real brothers, like as if we came out of the same pussy. You feel me? So that's real. It's like, I love a lot of my niggas in there, and I hate that a lot of them won't be coming home. So for me to be a beacon of light to them, I continue to allow them to see me thriving and striving and keep going. You know what I'm saying? I'm their greatest inspiration. So yeah.
Yeah, shout out, man. And like just motivational speaking or books or something to link you back with that. Because that's the way you feel when you leave out of there. You be like, you left people in there that ain't never coming home. Yeah. So you be thinking like, damn, what can I do to help them? Because they ain't coming home, or unless they get something crazy to happen or get pardoned or something like that, which is people be thinking that's happening all the time because you see the people that get out, but it ain't really just happening like you think.
You know what? So I got a song that finna come out. It called What We Doing. I got a call last week from one of my Muslim brothers named Kawi. I mean, he's learning Islam. He just gave back 2 life sentences. Ooh. So now he's in the county jail waiting for them to go back to court so that they can release him.
Man.
So he gave back 2 life sentences.
That's hard, man. So hope is still there.
Yeah, it's still there. And that's what I want people to know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you in them type of situations, don't give up, my nigga. Just keep on going. Keep on going to that law library. Because that's what got a lot of us out. Going to that law library, studying these laws, studying these books, and, you know, learning how to apply the Constitution to these petitions in order to get your case reversed and remanded. If niggas ain't in that motherfucking law library and you got a boatload of time, if you out there on the basketball court, nigga, you tripping, home. You feel me? You need to be in that law library learning to apply that law so you can get up out that spot because there's hope.
When you went in, a lot of time, did you pass by people that got the death penalty?
Yeah, I was an orderly at Florida State Penitentiary on death row.
Okay, so you seen that?
I seen. I mean, I never forget. Like, you know, not to get into no long stories, but I was like serving trays. You know what I'm saying? Chow time. You know, lunch, serving trays to a lot of the homies that was on death row, and I was kicking it with Mr. George, and you know what I'm saying, he had been in that motherfucker for 32 years on death row, and finally they had signed the governor signed his death warrant. And they was like, they come get him, like, man, they put me in a cell and I seen them escort him to medical because you have to go through different psychological phases, you know, before you be permitted to get executed. You have to be mentally competent. Mm-hmm. How the nigga supposed to be mentally competent? And you know damn well, if you pass this mental competency test, you eligible to get executed. You'll be executed in a couple of days.
You better act crazy. You better act crazy.
Yeah. And a lot of them try that shit, but the doctors, you know, the system is rigged. So even if you go in that mall playing with feces in your hands, throwing shit on your face, they gonna say this nigga ain't crazy. He trying to manipulate the system. So even if you crazy, you know, they gonna still say you ain't crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I seen one fucker go in that motherfucker, you know, put shit all over their face.
It ain't gonna work.
Shit.
It ain't gonna work.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna work. So Mr. George, you know, I be looking out the window and I see the people out there with the on death day. You know, they shut down everything. The prison closed down early. You see people out there with picket signs, like anti-death penalty signs. Yeah. And then, you know, at such and such time come, and then you see they put the body, I seen them put Mr. George's body inside of the hearse, and you know what I'm saying, they drive off from the prison. So I seen that shit a lot of times, man.
Yeah.
So
that's a down.
And that's something, like a lot of young niggas out here that's so-called sliding and putting in this work and they living like that. They really don't know that side of the world because they haven't seen that shit. They being raised by rap songs and shit. You know what I'm saying? They don't know that this shit is really real, nigga. Them white folk give your ass life, you gonna die in prison. Or if you trying to catch the death penalty, nigga, you gonna die in prison. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And they don't know that side of it. They just out here banging, trying to get stripes, trying to get a name for themselves, and not knowing that they really ain't made for that shit. They ain't built like that.
Wow.
Because anybody can pick up a gun.
No, that's 100.
Anybody can shoot.
100% right.
Is you gonna stand in that paint? Cause when them niggas get in the mud holding cell, them niggas go to telling on their grandmamas. You heard?
You better know it.
Yeah. They go to telling any more thing in the world, so they ain't solid. So that's one thing I can say about myself. I live the street life. I live a very, very precarious street life. If a nigga don't know what that mean a very dangerous and uncertain street life.
That's real.
And I made it to the penitentiary with 35 years. I went in interrogation cells. I was questioned for multiple murders, drugs, new niggas that was selling drugs and killing niggas, and I kept my mouth closed. I took them 35 years. I went up that road, litigated my way up out that bitch, and did my time 17 and a half, and I'm back on the street.
Come on, man.
Nigga tell me nothing.
That's real. I definitely gotta ask you about just the fact of, if you think about it, it's a lot of people that's being put, that snitch jacket being put on, and a lot of people talking down on situations. When you look at even from Big Meech and all the different people, a lot of people coming home, and when they get home, they having to fight these situations with snitching, and you even hear, I got your paperwork, even on Ralo. You done heard all these different people. Have you ever heard so many people saying they got these people record, or is this the internet causing it? What's causing it such an uproar on paperwork?
I mean, you got to understand that, these individuals that you name, they total legacy was built on street credibility.
There it is.
You see what I'm saying? So if your legacy built on street credibility, it's only 2 or 3 ways that you can completely destroy the foundation of a person's reputation that's built on street credibility. And that's through what? Snitching.
That's right.
Homosexuality and child molestation. Some
that's
shit
real.
like that.
That's real.
You see what I'm saying? So when it comes to the Meeches, when it comes to the Ralos, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't in the interrogation room with nobody.
That's right.
I wasn't there with Meech. I wasn't there with Ralo. I don't know what transpired in the interrogation room. But what I can say is from, having personal relationship with these people and knowing them, I don't think that they would go in there and tell on anybody. You know what I'm saying? I think it'd be plots and twists to try to, take a black man, a brother who then, was raised in the ranks through street credibility all the way down. Wow. You see what I'm saying? Because it's been happening for years. Now, I'm not saying that niggas don't talk. I'm not saying that niggas ain't snitching. Because, truthfully, I wouldn't go on no caper with nobody. You see what I'm saying? If I'm going to go do some dirt, I'm going to do it by myself. Because I know I ain't going to tell on myself. I ain't telling on myself. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to people present paperwork, it is paperwork that exists on a lot of people out there. It become public record. You see what I'm saying? So even the nigga Whack 100, you know what I'm saying? They just brought paperwork on him.
Wow.
I heard him bringing paperwork on, a lot of people. I don't want to be name dropping niggas.
Yeah, but so everybody, Whack 100, that's the nigga that doing a lot of talking about different things about paperwork. How you getting all this paperwork?
Yeah, this super gangster nigga got paperwork on him.
So he had paperwork.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
But you hear these things.
I just seen it on the internet. And I said fuck Whack 100 because the nigga was talking sideways about me and never even known me. He don't know shit about me. So when a nigga talking sideways about Gold gonna step up and defend himself. So Whack 100.
Wow.
Now he want to have a conversation, we can have a conversation.
Yeah, he can pull up.
But if that ain't what it is, you know what I'm saying? Whack 100. He'll internet nigga to me.
Okay, let me ask you this. Because your name went crazy. I got to ask you about it.
Yeah,
listen, I seen you. I seen you online.
Yeah, you don't want to get into that right now, though, right?
Why not?
Why not?
Why not? I mean, at the end of the day, you jumped online with it. I defended it. I jumped online too when you jumped online. But I'm trying to figure out, like, I didn't know what I was talking about, really. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what I was talking about, really. But I just said, I know Goldmouf.
No, you knew what you was talking about.
I knew exactly about what.
You are credible.
Exactly. I know who I met, and I know who I talked to, and I know what I was standing on. You know what I'm saying? I do know that. Yeah. But far as just the whole, I wasn't down there with you.
Wasn't there. Nah.
But at the end of the day, when I seen you shake hands. Is that old footage I seen?
See, the footage that you seen, that was old footage.
That's what I thought, man.
That's when me and Dog was on, we was on good terms.
So you ain't shake his hand and come through and...
Nah. On that night, I did shake his hand again.
Okay.
So let's go back.
Go back.
So who you talking about?
I'm talking about Jezzy.
I'm talking about young Jezzy.
I'm talking about young Jezzy. We talked about Jezzy the last time you was here. You didn't want to give me too much, but you talked about, because of the book, we was talking about different things that had went on when you was in prison. But this time, first of all, in my mind, I'm thinking, how this nigga oh my God, 50,000. Why would my partner get this nigga any money? That's the way, because I'm giving you the insight of how the internet gonna look at it. Like, how the hell, what the hell going on? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So give me a breakdown of what really happened or even transpired, or is this even a thing?
Yeah, so what occurred is that, you know what I'm saying? When I got out of prison and shit, so let's go back a little bit, because I want to make sure that people understand what everything derived from.
Okay.
I was Jezzy and Kinky B first artist. You see what I'm saying? We was like brothers. Jezzy come to my crib, Jezzy put on my clothes. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that he didn't have clothes. He was a hustler. He had money. You know what I'm saying? We had street money. He used to wear my jewelry. Cause my jewelry was real VVS's, you know what I'm saying? He didn't have a couple pieces that I had, so he used to put these pieces on. We ate out each other mother's plates. So this was my partner, you know what I'm saying? Before the rap shit, when he was Lil J, when he was just J, you know what I'm saying? So before y'all, before the Jeezy that y'all know, this was my partner, this is my personal homie. We kick it with each other. We came in a rap game together. We shared great experiences together. It was nothing but love. You see what I'm saying? So now, mind you, I went to prison. The last night, but when I was on the run, right before I went to prison, me, Jezzy, my brother Cut, I think it was Meech, we was in Club 112 in Atlanta.
Okay.
We was kicking it the night before I went to prison. So everything good with us, you know what I'm saying? He was like, yeah, dog, when you get off the run, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna still do this rap shit. You know, we was brothers.
Yeah, of course.
So let's paint that, let's get the picture clear. So I'm not looking for no other extra shit, you know what I'm saying? Jezzy I respect his accolades. You know, he made a wonderful mark in rap. You know what I'm saying? His music is still some of the top music that I like to listen to. I don't listen to it right now. You know what I'm saying? But you know, he's Trap of the Year.
Of course.
I mean, trap. What the trap is? Trap or Die.
Yeah,
Trap or Die. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna never get on here and act like I hate the homie. I don't hate the homie.
Y'all did a lot of stuff together.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He's like a brother to me. So, and he opened up a lot of doors for me as well as a youngster. You know what I'm saying?
But so you opened up a lot of doors for him too, right?
Yeah, we
because y'all were helping each other.
Yeah, we did a lot of things for each other.
On the first show, you told me about
actually,
that. You was helping.
Yeah, actually, when it came to the streets of Macon, he ain't from our streets. You know what I'm saying? So I was the big shit in the streets, and I'm solidified. You know what I'm saying? So when he came to our neighborhood, Kinky B, invited him to our neighborhood, and they looked for me to make sure that all the street politics was in place, so he can do his thing in our city, because he from a small town called Hawkinsville, Georgia. Mm-hmm. So and like me and my nigga Mel, man, like which was Jeezy homie that he brought up that with us, Mel stayed with me.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Like we was family, period. Now, fast forward, I get out of prison. So I hollered at him a couple times. Yeah, he like, yeah, man, we're gonna do some music, we're gonna do some shit together. So, he invited me to a couple places with him. We kicked it, we hung out. He invited me to another couple spots. We went and ate together, sit down, chopping it up. So when I asked him about the music, he was like, cause he seen me trying to get out and trying to, do my rap shit. And I really expected him to give me a helping hand. I ain't asking for no money. I ain't get $1 from nobody when I got out of prison. I was already prison made. I already had bread when I got out of prison. So a nigga ain't offer me a pair of socks, and I don't give a, because it ain't another man's job, obligation to offer me anything. It's my responsibility as a man to provide for myself and my family and my loved ones. So I ain't looking for no handout. So one day, he went, I was on courtside on the floor, me and Isaiah, which is Young Thug manager. Me and him that was together. So I knew G was gonna be there. So I bought courtside tickets just to go with him. Like, yeah, nigga, as he performing. So I had a $50,000 bag of money with me. So I was like, man, I'm finna see what this nigga about. So I pushed up. He like, man, come back here with us. So Lil Boosie was there with us. Me, Boosie, Jezzy. So boom. So me and Boosie, we went back out to the dressing room. He told us to come back out to the dressing room with him. So I handed him 50,000. I'm like, check this out, my nigga. You say you gonna give me a couple of verses, right? So ain't no pressure. You ain't got to give them to me. Here go 50 bands. Just make this shit happen for me. Like, oh man, bro, you ain't have to do this, man. You know what I'm saying, man? You fresh out of prison, man. I told you I got you. I said, no, it ain't no pressure. Keep the money. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to feel like I'm running behind you. To get something for free for you. I want to pay you for it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, mind you, me and Jezzy got 100 songs together back in the day.
Yeah, you played some when you was here last time.
We got 100 songs. So I want to, I didn't think he would, go to, yeah, damn, back that up. Thank you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I know, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to donate this money to my Street Dreams Foundation. I ain't going to put it in my pocket. I don't want to spend your money. So cool. I said, all right. I didn't like that, but I ain't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because fuck it, here go the money if this is what you want to do. But really, I came to him on some respect shit. You my nigga, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, you a star now. You know, I'm fresh out of prison. You know, let's do some work because the people want to see this.
Yeah. At
least Macon, at least Hawkinville, at least everybody that know about our legacy and our story, they wanted to see us collaborate because you know he had ran off with my nigga Kinky B money, like $5 million of kink money. So my hood wasn't with him. But me, they like, bro, this nigga ain't the same nigga no more. This nigga done got Ron, Jezzy, this nigga done went Hollywood. This nigga such and such, he's such and such. I think the nigga, you know what I'm saying, whatever. I ain't gonna put no dirt on the homie name that he don't deserve, but they was saying a lot of other things.
No, I asked you last time about Kinky and him and all the stuff that we were hearing, that it wasn't on the up and up. And you didn't even speak on it. But you didn't speak on it then. You were still trying to hold him up because you still was trying to be, I remember that.
I was trying to because I don't never want to put no dirt on a nigga name.
Yeah, but I was asking you. I ain't gonna lie.
Really back then I wanted to say this a bitch ass nigga. You feel me? And when I catch him, I'm gonna slap the shit out of him. That's what I wanted to tell you then. But I didn't do that.
Shout out to T-Rail because he the one kept saying, make sure you ask him some questions about Jeezy. Make sure he was doing that day. He was putting that day. He said, make sure you ask them questions. I said, okay, I'm gonna ask him because I already was gonna ask you about that anyway. Yeah. But he just made me not forget. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I didn't, you know, I never want to be the one that dirty a person name, especially if they don't deserve it. You see what I'm saying? Cause I ain't gonna lie on nobody.
But y'all got a legacy together. Yeah, you can't get out of that.
But these fans, they don't know that. They just looking at me like, man, who is this nigga, man? This nigga clout chasing, this nigga want. Nah, nigga, the internet. To be real. All that shit, nigga. I'm street made. I got my shit out the street. And I ain't glorifying no streets. You know what I'm saying? But that's what it is. That's where I came from. I got Benzes, Bentleys. I got all that shit right now. And I ain't asked a bitch for nothing. And I did then the 20 years in the penitentiary. And the nigga never gave me $1. You feel me? So when I gave him the bread, he like, yeah, bro, we gonna do the song. So he actually sent me, I had to press him. So he sent me 2 of the singles back. He sent the actual song. Actually, I put T-Rail on one of them motherfuckers.
Okay.
Remember that? I put T-Rail on one of the songs because I wanted him to do some vocals on them. So when it came time for me to do him to come pull up and do the videos, he wouldn't do the video. So then he went missing. So I said, okay.
When you say he went missing, did the phone numbers change?
Yeah.
Everything went wow.
Yeah. So I said, damn, how the is the homie playing? So I called my niggas up from the block, like, man, I told that nigga, man, he be running out with niggas money playing game. You know, and I know he know me. He know I don't give a, I'm a straight crash out. Straight up, bitch. You play with me, bitch, I'm crashing about my shit. I don't give a nigga. Put me in the grave, put me in the cell. I'm still in that prison mentality. So I haven't changed. I haven't got that out of me yet. You know what I'm saying? So don't play with my shit. Don't play with my money. You feel me?
That's real.
I work hard for my shit. And ain't nobody gave me shit. So don't take shit away from me. We're not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna bring out the worst of me. Mm-hmm. And I don't give a fuck what the consequence is. I don't give a fuck who you roll with. I don't give a fuck how gangsta, how many bodies you got. I'll just be another one or you'll be another one. You feel me? However you wanna do it. So what happened was the nigga had, got missing on me. So I was like, I seen him at a couple other shows. People in his camp called me like, hey bro, we gonna be at such and such tonight. I never pulled up on him because I could have. You see what I'm saying? So I was just playing my position. So on this particular night, somebody gave me a call like, bro, come out here to MCK. I'm like, cool, but he wasn't there. They didn't see him. So when I pushed up by myself.
Yeah.
I wasn't with nobody. I went with the fan goons. I went 100 deep. I went 30 deep. I was by myself. So when I go back here, the club on the day with me too. Yeah. So I get the same access that he got a lot of time. You know what I'm saying? So when I seen this Ferrari back there, I said, damn, that's Jeezy Ferrari. He the only one in the city with that car. So it still ain't no bullshit on my mind. I'm like, I'm gonna go holler at the homie, and just, see what he on about the 50,000.
Yeah, for sure.
Cause these 50 bands. Most niggas ain't even seen 50 bands.
No.
Can't even tell you how 50,000 feel to go in their hand or in their bank account. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
So I push up and when I go in the VIP, I see him back there. So he see me. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Cause the dude who called me to come out there, which was my brother, he had already left. So when he left, I was there by myself because I came by myself anyway. So when I seen him, I shook his hand, boom, boom. I'm like, what's up, my nigga? So he was talking to some dude, and he was, I guess, talking business. So, you know, me just being a humble person I am, I just sat back and just chilled for like 10, 15 minutes. So I was like, shit, man, this nigga just got me sitting here like a duck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
hold on, get on back. You in the camera way, nigga, you late. Get on out the way. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I went over there, you know, like I said, I shook his hand. What's up, my nigga? Yeah,
and you still, what you were waiting on, where was he at when you was waiting?
He was sitting in a seat. It's like, you know how you got the booths, the seat right here, the table right here. Him. Yeah, he got security nigga right here, another security nigga right here, and another nigga with him, you know what I'm saying? So I'm by myself. So the security nigga seen I was getting irritated. So he like, man, whatever go, don't even worry about it, man. Whatever you going through, don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, just let it go. So then finally my brother came. I'm like, man, don't worry about what? I ain't no nigga too big to have a conversation with another man about his bread that you got in your possession. You see what I'm saying? So about 15 minutes passed. I'm like, my nigga. So I tapped the little homie, I tapped the dude who he was talking to on the shoulder. I'm like, hey Jay, let me Jay again. Hey Jay, check this out. Let me holler at you real quick before I go. I just want to say something to you for about 2 minutes and I'm out of here. So he was like, nah, my nigga, this big business over here. We talking big business. Nigga, hold up. All I seen, nigga, was red. Big business. So I asked the nigga, I say, so my 50 bands ain't big business? He said something, before he could say, nigga, I grabbed, he was drinking the wine, I threw the wine in his face and, wow!
Oh yeah, it was up, nigga, just like that.
Up. Yeah.
Nigga, okay. What? But you couldn't have stayed on it long, though.
Bitch, I felt like I'm Bruce Lee. I ain't have to stay on it long.
But you did stay on long enough.
I slapped the goo god moo molly shit out that nigga, man. What? Yeah.
but after you slapped him and I know the scuffle went on, how did you
Security niggas, you know, everybody start, you know, boom. They went to grab me trying to, you know what I'm saying? Boom, 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 I'm wrestling, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's a lot of shit going on in here. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of shit going on. All I know, I made that contact. Wow! You feel me? It came from my soul. I ain't even, listen, bro. Listen.
And that's crazy, man.
I forgot that this was Mr. Trapper. I forgot that there was Thug Motivation. This is a nigga to me now. This is a nigga who done took my shit. This ain't no all this rapper legendary, all this old music accolade. This is a nigga. I'm looking at a nigga who done took my shit and basically saying you in my face.
Damn.
Nigga, let me tell you something, bro. I'ma keep it real. I did all that time in the penitentiary, dog, and a nigga ain't still take a ramen noodle soup from me. And I sold cell phone. I ran prison to prison that I went in. So I don't give a who a nigga is out here.
That's real.
You ain't finna take shit from me and sit there in my face and basically say, I took that. So before I knew it, I had then crashed out. And that was a dangerous course of action.
Yeah.
Because I could have easily got killed because Jezzy actually upped the fire. He upped the pistol.
That's what I heard. People started talking about
I didn't see it. But I was told that he actually upped the pistol. So I did see the pistol after the situation, you know what I'm saying, after the scuffle and shit, I seen the pistol. So he upped the gun. But when you come from the shit that I come from, it's the consequences, you know what I'm saying? Because for one, it's about respect, man. And these industry niggas, they get in this music industry shit and they become stars or celebrities or whatever, and they feel that they are exempt. They feel they can play with you. They feel they can do anything to you and you ain't gonna do shit to them. But I wanted this nigga Jay Jenkins to know from the bottom of my heart, bitch, I am still a mere butler, bitch, and I will slap the shit out you, nigga. Ain't nothing changed with me. I mean this.
No, I get it.
I meant this, man. I mean this shit from the heart, man. I mean this, man. And you know, I'm not letting no nigga in the world, and I was by myself. I ain't coming out for that. I ain't coming out for that, bro.
Yeah.
I came in on some cool shit. Man, if he would have just gave me an explanation like, dog, we gonna get to it one day.
Yeah.
We probably never would have got to it.
But that big business thing. That
would have did it for me. It would have been like, I know my nigga gonna get to it. You know, because a lot of niggas give these celebrities a lot of leverage. You see what I'm saying? So I would have been like, my nigga say, you know, he gonna get to it. And he probably would have never got to it. But that would have made me feel good.
Yeah, that big business statement, I think that pissed y'all off a little bit.
Get my money and save me though. I don't give a how many platinum songs. Nigga, I don't give a how many Jezzy hands and I don't give a who hands you done shook in your life. When it come to me playing with me and my shit, nigga, I'm gonna die by mine.
Wow. Man,
Yeah.
and it's crazy because you got to think about it, man. You know that's 50,000. I can't, you know.
I'm gonna keep it real, man. He could have had the 50
No,
bands.
it's still it's the principle.
It's the respect.
Yeah.
When you see me act like, I don't give a you just would have pulled me over there and say, man, come on, let's just hang out, bro. Let's take some pictures or whatever. Make me feel that you respecting my money. Cause I took real risks, blood, sweat, and tears to get that money, man. I ain't no industry, nigga. I never got $1 out of the music industry. So you ain't finna take shit from me, nigga. I don't give a fuck who you is.
Have any of his people reach out to you since that happened?
Yeah, a couple niggas reached out and shit, you know what I'm saying? But they don't want to be known. They don't want niggas to know that goddamn. Even his ex-wife reached out to my partner. You know what I'm saying? She wanted the footage bad. She wanted the footage.
Because the footage is out there.
Well, the club, they got the footage and I guess his people paid him not to put it out there. You see what I'm saying? But they won't release some people in the club had a little of the footage.
That's what
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the main, you gotta think, man. Niggas say I went in there to do some clout chasing. Nigga, if I went in there to slap this nigga, I would have had my cameraman ready. Bitch, I'm finna slap this bitch ass niggas and go on TMZ. I didn't go in there for that. If I went in there to clout chase or chase the clout, I would have had all my cameraman ready. And I would have drugged him. He wouldn't even been able to pull out that fire he pulled out. I would have beat his ass. I wanted him to know, homie, you may have changed, but the streets is still the same.
Man, the streets don't change, do they?
Don't play with my motherfucking
the
money.
streets don't change, man.
I seen niggas get killed for $1.
Dude, when you think about just the whole the internet, you came back on the internet, you showed a stack of money. You had some bread after this, and you was really flexing with that money.
My watch cost 50 bands. Like, these ain't Moissanite diamonds.
That's right.
These natural diamonds. These ain't loud diamonds. This 70 on my neck. This another 30 on my neck. So we're not talking about. It's not a money thing. And I went. You know why I went to the internet? Maybe I shouldn't have went to the internet. You know what I'm saying? But I went to the internet because I said to myself, if this bitch ass nigga don't want to give me my money, I'm gonna get it out the blogs. Mm-hmm. You feel me? So let me get my money from the blogs. I ain't gotta pay Say Cheese. I ain't gotta play goddamn academic. They gonna post it.
They gonna post
now, nigga. Yeah. So I got my money back some kind of way.
That's real.
And I'm standing on business, letting this nigga know, don't play with me, homie, because I'm not an internet nigga.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do the internet shit, but I did it because my logics of it, whether a nigga agree with it or not, is I'm finna get it back out the blogs.
That's real.
Yeah, let me get $50,000 worth of press. And maybe that'll turn into some streams to my new music, Trap of the Year. Yeah.
Trap of the Year, man. And is it out already or is it coming out?
Yeah, it's out.
When did it come out?
It came out like 2 months ago, 3
How
months
many
ago.
visuals did you do off that project?
I'm about to drop my new project called Who is Goldmouf.
Okay.
And I'm doing a visual for down there, every song on there. So I done did 4 visuals so far.
Is anything talking about the incident or?
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking about.
What we doing on there, yeah.
And that one, is that one gonna have visuals to it?
Yeah.
When can we expect to see the visuals to that one?
I should be dropping everything within like 30 days.
In 30 days?
Yeah.
Okay, you know what I'm saying? I wish we'd have got some footage for Take Back for this. You can use my footage if you want to. You know what I'm saying? Or as boss talk, I always be trying to get in
How
the
many
mix.
songs do you have on a project?
Oh, it's an EP, so I'm dropping 7 songs.
7 songs?
Yeah, but I'm finna drop the whole year, man. 7.
Yeah.
After 2-3 months, another 7, 2 7. You know what I'm saying? Because I got so much music that I've been stockpiling.
Right.
And I feel like, a lot of people don't really know that I do music.
Yeah.
Because they know that, I've been heavy in the streets for a long time. So, so I'm really trying to make that complete, clean transition from the streets to the music. And I want people to recognize me as an artist, not just a nigga that slapped Jeezy. You know what I'm saying? Because Jezzy, like I say, he's one of my favorite rappers. And how am I gonna sit here and say that he ain't when we came from one another? We came from the same clique, the same circle. You see what I'm saying? We listen to the same beats. We wrote each other lyrics from time to time. Like we came from the same shit. So for me to say like I hate this dude, I don't tell you, I don't hate the homie. He's a legend.
Yeah.
But he has allowed fame, money and fame to cloud his. He living in an illusion right now. You see what I'm saying?
Can any resolution come from this?
Not really. I really don't give a fuck about even being cool with that nigga. I don't with fake niggas. You see what I'm saying? Like, I ain't on one of them rap niggas. I don't want to, like, rap. See, you got to understand, the industry is so fake, right? These niggas don't even be liking each other. But they be around each other, smiling in each other video, trying to, jack each other fans. And,
right.
It's all about how can they benefit from this person. And it's fake. Everything fake. You have a nigga talking to you right now today, like, yeah, bro, this is my nigga. Soon as another nigga come who don't like you, man, yeah, that's a pussy ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't nothing real about it. Only thing niggas in the industry is chasing, they chasing a viral moment. They want to video everything. They want to be on the internet so they can sell the next product. I ain't knocking a nigga hustle, but that ain't my type of deal. That ain't my type of living. So the whole industry is fake. So in real life, if a nigga ain't a real nigga, if you ain't a solid person, I don't give a fuck about being around you. It ain't no money, no nothing in the world that want me to be around you because you got fame, because you got this, because you got that. Nah, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Because just like you got this and that and the other, they make a lot of more of that shit. Mm-hmm. And if you grind hard enough, you can get that shit for yourself. You see what I'm saying? And that's what a lot of people don't. I see niggas selling their soul all the time. I fuck with who with me.
That's real.
If you ain't posting me, if you ain't with me, I ain't with you. It ain't no beef. But nigga, I ain't overzealous to ride no nigga dick. I don't dick ride. That's for hoes to do.
That's real.
You see what I'm saying? We are all men. At the end of the day, you could be the richest in the world, man. Kobe Bryant was a billionaire. Nigga had private jets, helicopter mansions everywhere, all the cars, all the everything in the world. But when he left this, he didn't take $1 with him.
That's some real talk.
Not $1 with him. So I don't give a fuck about trying to befriend niggas because they got a lot of money, a lot of clout, a lot of this. Because I'm my own person. At the end of the day, whether I was hanging around Jeezy, hanging around Beans and Kanye West, when I'm around Dave Chappelle, we cooling at that moment. But nigga, when it's time to go home, we all go to our own separate residence. And my light bill come, it don't got Dave Chappelle's name on it. It ain't Goldmouf and Kanye West. It got my name on it. You see what I'm saying? Now, if a brother want to assist a brother along the way to success, then yeah, nigga, I'm going to represent for you all. You know what I'm saying?
I want to ask you about, because last time when you were here, you talked about a little bit about all the separation, but you didn't get into it the way I know you will now. But to come home and to see how far apart Kinky and Jezzy and all this stuff had separated, how was that for you mentally? Just let's be real about that.
I don't want to talk about the nigga Jezzy no more, so I ain't even going to answer that question. But I'm going to tell you this. In real life,
though, man. You don't understand how much I love when you say that.
In real life,
because I think about last time.
It's just too much separation amongst black culture, man.
Got it.
You see what I'm saying? It's deeper than them. It's the separation amongst black culture. It's all about negative competitism. You see what I'm saying? Everybody, niggas just can't really come together and really just be happy with one another, living amongst each other, coexist, being happy with one another. Niggas don't really want to see you shine. They feel like if you shining, they can't shine. That's the crazy shit. They can say what they want to say about Meech, but when Meech was doing this thing, and I respect the homie, and I ain't gonna never let no rapper tell me a different opinion of Big Meech. Wow. Because he's been the culture. You see what I'm saying? Niggas that made songs, movies, everything about this man and his lifestyle and the way he lived. So shout out to him. Much love. Because it took a mastermind young nigga to run the empire that he ran and to garner that type of respect. You see what I'm saying? So when it comes to this shit, it's so much separation in the culture that, like I say, don't understand. Like, you look better when everybody around you looking good.
Yeah. It's a movement.
Yeah, it's a movement. If you the only nigga in your crew with money that's shining, that ain't no good look.
It's not a good look.
No nigga around T-Rail or whoever shit have to come to me and say, hey, Gold, could you slide me a $20? That ain't real nigga shit. Not if T-Rail really having millions and millions of dollars. like these people say they are, and I use Terrell as an example.
Yeah, I know.
Not that it's happening around him, I'm saying in general. Because I be around a lot of different circles and cliques, and I see that the niggas only nigga around him is the nigga who getting the money. Everybody else, these niggas hungry and starving. You know, so I feel like it's so much separation, man, and division in black people that I wish, although this shit won't never happen. You know what I'm saying? I wish that we can, you know, learn to stop hating on each other.
You know, the closest we really got to it really wasn't the rap industry, it was the dope game.
Yeah.
That was the, you know, I know you know where I'm coming from. That's when you really could put your dues on, really, and everybody was eating if you really think about it. And I don't really see a movement. I know we talk about it was bad on the way, you know, it was affecting certain way, not the way it wasn't fitting all bad. But at the end of the day, everybody would respond. But you seen a whole communities of dudes just coming up together, and everybody was getting money. But it ain't like that nowadays. Now it's sporadic if you really look at it. That's why even the hustlers today, some of my little niggas that get it in the streets, I feel bad for them because of how it ain't the same.
And that's the thing. I don't want to never glorify Big Meech in his, you know, the drug dealer lifestyle. But I'm speaking I just want to clarify for the people. Yeah, because they misread shit.
They will. You know what I'm saying? Getting them comments.
Yeah, I want to say that the aspect of unity and prosperity that he was sharing amongst him and his people, that's a beautiful thing.
That's real.
So it don't matter what industry you're in. You can be in the car industry, the jewelry industry, the real estate industry. We need to share that type of unity and prosperity amongst our people rather than hating on another because you feel like, oh, she might sell more houses than me.
Yeah.
I sold 2 houses. Damn, if I put her in position, she might sell 4 houses. They're going to look at her like the big dog. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is in a black community. Yeah, yeah. Everybody can eat. Everybody can have a Lamborghini. They make them every year, all year. They've been making them bitches since probably 61. You see what I'm saying? Before we was born. So, man, you know, that's one thing about the black race. We really should, with the help of the good Lord, get together and try to be more productive.
Some kind of unity.
Yeah.
You know I want to, before I get you off here, I got to ask you one more question. And I didn't get to ask T-Rail this, but like youngsters that you see coming up, because I know you watching the music close, like who do you like in what you see? Any of the young, you know, the young rappers just coming up.
Yeah. So I like the homie, what his name, Zillionaire Doe.
You like Lil Zillionaire?
Yeah.
Yeah, that nigga there, he on it.
I like what Yo Gotti doing, man.
Oh yeah? Yeah,
I do.
As far as with them youngsters?
Yeah, I mean he really put niggas in position, man. Yeah, you know they can say what they want to say.
I think you said that last time you was here. If it wasn't him, it was somebody you liked.
You know, Gotti, man, like you know he got that black cloud of the situation with Dolph over him, but Gotti has done a lot for people, man. You know what I'm saying? He put a lot of artists in position. He's eating off of them, of course, but you know just by being willing to use his platform to rise other brothers up. You know what I'm saying? Put other brothers and sisters in position. Even Glow, you know, he putting people in position where, you know, they can put other people in position and a lot of people eat. So that's a lot of kids in college and a lot of good shit being done on the strength of what he has done. So I respect that. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of respect for that.
So Zillionaire. Anybody else or what? Any of them other youngsters?
I think, Sam Hunt and Montana.
Oh yeah, them two hang together.
Yeah,
that's
hang together. Yeah.
So New Dallas is a thing that's popping wherever you at. You know, me being in the mixer here is hard.
Oh, the AMG twins though.
Okay.
Them other niggas. Yeah, I just did a song with the AMG twins.
Did you?
Me, AMG twins, and Young Scooter.
Shout out to them, man. Yeah. Young Scooter. I ain't heard that name in a minute. He still get to it.
Yeah.
Shout out to Young Scooter, man. That boy been hustling a long time, man. Yeah. Man, I'm coming down to Atlanta, and when I do, boy, you better be there, cause I'm looking for you. I can promise you that. I'm gonna come to you. I can promise you that, Jack. You know what I'm talking about? Thank you so much, man. How can people get a hold of you if they're trying to reach out?
Man, go on Instagram, _Goldmouf.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all make sure y'all go.
_Goldmouf,
man. And shout out to all the homies in the pen. Shout out to everybody, man, who make life possible for a real nigga.
That's
man.
it,
you know
man. Hey, man, thank you so much. I can't wait to get that book. I called it on here, so when the book
comes. Whack one.
Oh, man, Boss Talk 101, man. What a boss is talk.
And we out.